Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us at our booth here. My name's Chris Blaveld. I'm the Director of Admissions at the Augustine Recovery Center. And I want to introduce to you one of our newest team members. His name is David A. Cunningham. He's the Director of Development, Nurturing, Relationships, and Referral Sources for the Augustine Recovery Center. And David's joining us from Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. A little
Yes,
bit,
sir.
little bit colder up there, although it's pretty cool down here right now in St. Augustine, Florida. Uh, David, you are a person in long-term recovery and a professional in the field with a wealth of experience. Can you kind of highlight some of the various experiences you've had in the field?
Well, I've worked a little bit of every aspect of treatment from admissions to running programs and private practice and a variety of things. And over time kind of honed in on what I really love to see within treatment programs.
Mhm. What are some of the things that drew you into the Augustine Recovery Center in the discussions you had with Jason and Lauren, our owners? Some of the things that you felt like made you comfortable in making the decision to come work with us?
Well, one of the things I was led by some mutual friends of Jason and myself that knew me pretty well and knows what I love about treatment and the components that I love to see in a program. And every one of them were consistently telling me, you need to call Jason. You all need to have a conversation. And when I did, and Jason and I were both kind of interviewing one another, and I had some questions about, is it gender specific? That's important to me. And he was like, yeah, we're all male on our campus. And I definitely like that. And, I think the next question I asked him, what's your length of stay? And he said 90 days. And he had my attention a little more at that point. And when I asked about the average length of stay, and he told me 120 days, I was, uh,
Your ears really.
yeah, my radar was up. Uh, so then when he told me two other things that really jumped out with me was the clinical team and the trauma work that they do, and that all of them were trauma trained. Uh, because when I went to treatment in the 80s, trauma was not even discussed. And until, later in my recovery, did I even know I had any trauma I needed to work on. And so I love people, it's kind of like our children. I love people to get a better treatment experience than I did. And I love, just like our children, we want them to have better than us. So, uh, and then the family component. And when he told me that there's a 3-day intensive monthly, a weekly family support group, there's still alumni families that are attending.
Mhm.
I was like, this is great. The other things that were nice that I think are very valid in treatment is like no refined sugars on the property, where people are able to, start a healthier diet early in recovery
Yeah.
while they're in treatment.
Yeah.
Uh, I love that. I love that they have a fitness trainer 5 days a week that also does yoga with them. Just some really good and things that lend well to 12-step recovery program.
We've got some incredible team members on board here at the Augustine. We're opening our women's center, which will be a separate location, same model, same length of stay for women only. And I know that's something that really excites you as well.
Absolutely. And, you know, uh, Lauren and Jason have just done a great job of coupling uh, 12-step recovery. And I love that they have a case manager, 12-step coach, as well as a therapist throughout treatment. I loved also that the therapist caseloads were only, 4 to 6 guys on their caseload, so be able to really give them some individual attention. Um, but yeah, it really excites me to see them being able to couple um, really good 12-step recovery work with the trauma work. And I don't think that's real easy to do both really well, but they've been able to do that.
It's been quite a challenge and a wild ride, if I do say so, and combining the two. And um, I think that's why most places do one more or the other, because of the challenge that presents itself in the kind of the old school tough love approach with the 12 steps, and the nurturing aspect of the trauma focused programming. And I'll close with this. Emily Foster, our assistant clinical director, described a unique aspect of the program perfectly in a talk that she did when the question was brought up about, can you speak to some of the uniqueness of the program? And she said, the staff has been handpicked by the chains in a way that creates this close family environment where we are like family members. We have holiday parties and we're in recovery. We're seeing each other inside and outside of work, in the rooms of 12-step recovery. And that trickles down into the community, and the residents get a feel for that unity and that closeness immediately. And it replicates itself in the milieu, amongst the community. And so it really kind of is a family affair. And I think it lends to the deep family work that we do. Right off the bat, they're feeling embraced and part of the process while their loved ones are in treatment. And you made a really big impression on me the first time I ever met you, when you were working at your former recovery center. And when Jason told me that you were joining the team, I was, to say I was excited would be a huge understatement, because your name in the field is gold. So I'm so happy that you're part of the family, and it's been a real pleasure working with you. And thank you for helping me introduce the program to new friends at the conference, and to provide, some existing friends with some updates. And again, thank you for visiting the Augustine Recovery Center booth. And David, I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for all you do, Chris.
You bet.